You're gonna love this.
Alright guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, I'm introducing a couple new guests on the show. We've got my man Amir over here. He's a Patriots fan, diehard. Welcome him to the channel. We've got Marly, the diehard Cowboys fan, also the best man in Madden so far. He's won that right. But today we're just going to give you guys our weekly picks. This time it's week 5 of the 2016 NFL season. And we're going to start over here with my man Amir. We've got, first up, since the Thursday night game's already been played, we've got the Texans going to Minnesota. What's your take on this game and what's your pick?
I'll take Minnesota.
Take Minnesota? Tell them why.
So, first, they're playing home.
What's your pick? Minnesota, you say? Why is that?
Minnesota, first, they're playing home, and they're undefeated. Automatic.
Good point. Your take on this game, Marley?
I got it hands down Minnesota. I'd like to think it's not going to be a blowout, but it's not going to be close. It's Minnesota playing at home. Just to repeat after you, they're 4-0. They're going 5.
Yeah. I got to go with Minnesota in this game also. I give all the credit in the world to the Texans defense, but they've lost J.J. Watt for the season recently, and it's really going to be hard for them to have to contain the newly revamped Vikings offense. Even though they lost Adrian Peterson, Teddy Bridgewater, the backups are doing well, and the recent acquisition of Sam Bradford has played out a lot better than people expected. With that, we're all taking the Vikings. Next up, we got the Bears going to the tragedy that's become the Chicago Bears going to Indianapolis to play the Colts. Start with you, Marley, this time. What do you think?
Colts, hands down. I love the Bears, don't get me wrong, but when they play against that Dallas defense and I see how they go against, they're ranked very low, is what I'm trying to say. The Colts are not that good this year right now either, but it's going to be I feel as if it's going to be a close game, but Colts, they clear out. Angela got this.
Yeah, I'll take Indianapolis with this one because, Indianapolis and Chicago, they're not really doing good this year, so, I'm going with the Colts.
Yeah, I got to go with Indianapolis, but barely because, the Bears are coming off their first win this season. It's going to be a lot tighter than people think, A lot of people are saying, Indianapolis could blow out, but Indianapolis' offense has brought so many questions this year, especially with Andrew Luck coming off an injury, and they really haven't found themselves yet. They just lost again to the Jaguars in London. Yeah, give me the Colts by about 7 or 6 points. Next up, we've got the Jets going to Pittsburgh. A lot of people expecting this game to be a blowout. It's not looking too good for the Jets, but start with you over here, actually.
They did just come off an injury, and the Steelers, they have been pretty playing well, even though they lost to Philadelphia. But I'll say the Pittsburgh is going to take this.
Pittsburgh.
I put a lot of thought in this game, honestly. I gotta give it to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, they recently beat the Jets. They got, no, not the Jets, I'm sorry, the Chiefs. And they got momentum on their side. And it's usually very close, between the Jets and the Steelers. They're very close rivalry. And usually the Jets, they're not the type of team to go 3 and out and have a 3-game losing streak. But when it's against a team like Pittsburgh with their defense, and it's a team that they always go close against, I don't see them pulling up the win on this. Pittsburgh wins, not by blowout. No blowout. It's going to be a close game, but Pittsburgh will win.
Yeah, Jets are in a really tough situation here. You see the strengths of the Steelers really match up against the weaknesses of the Jets, which usually is a recipe for disaster. But I've seen crazier things happen in the NFL. I've seen upsets happen. That's just the beauty of the NFL. Any given Sunday, any team can win. But I've still got to go with Pittsburgh here in a very, very tightly contested ball game. I think the Jets defense gets to the quarterback a lot, Ben Roethlisberger, due to the injuries on the offensive line of the Steelers. But I take the Steelers by about 2 or 3 points. Next up, we've got the Titans at the Dolphins, one of the more unlikely to be watched games. And being that it's in Florida, in Miami, a lot of people were raising speculations about the game being canceled this weekend. I actually just received an update, though, from ESPN. They're still going to move on forward with the game. They said the worst is gone from the Miami part of Florida, so now we just got to make the picks on this game. We'll start with Marley over here on the side. Tennessee at Miami. Who you got?
I got to give it to the Titans. The Dolphins, they're not doing very well right now. The Titans, they're not that good of a team, don't get me wrong. But you see DeMarco Murray rushing in the way he's rushing in, and don't get me wrong, I'm a Dallas fan. I don't like DeMarco Murray, but the man is killing it right now. He's absolutely destroying. He's not on the Eagles anymore. He's on the Titans. He's killing it, you know. So I feel like if they use him the way they're supposed to use him, they'll pull out with the win.
All right. Amir, you're taking this game.
Well, I'm going to have to take the Titans because, well, the Dolphins, they're really doing too high. They're actually last in the AFC East division, so going to Titans.
Yeah, I actually see this game playing out a different way. You know, everybody knows I hate the Dolphins with all my heart and soul. If you know me, you know that very well. But I got to give it to Miami. I think they're playing for a lot more than a football game here. They're playing for a community that is probably going to be very, very ravaged after a hurricane like this. Matthew hits down there. They're going to be playing with heart and soul, and I think the Titans is too far down of a road trip for them to play with their full offensive firepower. I think Miami barely edges this one out. Ryan Tannehill throws 3 touchdowns, and the Dolphins win it 20. So you've got Green Bay winning the game. Yeah, I've got to go with Green Bay also. I feel like it's way too tough of a situation for the Giants to try to climb out of a hole that they've recently dug themselves into. It's a tough place to play in Lambeau, one of the most historical fields in the history of football. I think the Packers offense puts up way too much for the Giants. Young but talented defense to be able to compete with them at a high level, and I think the Packers win it in a shootout, actually. 35-26. 35-26. Who's taking it? Oh, you already did? Alright, let's go to the last game. We've got another divisional game this weekend, and we've got the Monday Night Football. Buccaneers going to Carolina to take on the struggling Panthers. Panthers and the Cardinals have a struggling start of the season. The Cardinals just won their last game, though, proving they are a tough team. They're 2-3 now, but the Panthers are 1-3. They're looking for that bounce back also. And it's a home game. It's a Monday Night Football. It's a divisional game. Prime time. I got to go with the Panthers. I think they dominate the Buccaneers. Not defensively, but offensively. I think they put up way too many points for this Buccaneers offense that has been struggling as of late to be able to compete with. And I think the Panthers win it by a score of 38-20.
I gotta give this to the Panthers. The Buccaneers. They're a mediocre team. I love the Buccaneers. Don't get me wrong. I love their fan base, but they're not a particularly strong team right now. And the Panthers. They might have been struggling, but this will be that momentum game that'll get them up. And that'll get their bandwagon fans up and rooting. So Panthers definitely got this.
I'm about to go with Tampa Bay.
Whoa!
They're pretty good this year. And Panthers, like you said, they're kind of struggling, being third in their division, right. Tampa Bay being second in their division. And I really think Tampa Bay can beat the Panthers.
Ooh. Bold statement there, and that about wraps up the picks, ladies and gentlemen. I believe the most 3 must-watch games are going to be games where teams are desperate for a win, really looking to get back into it. That's going to be the Monday night game between the Buccaneers and the Panthers. You're going to see guys fighting out there. You're not going to see just a regular shootout game. You're going to see guys fighting in the Dallas and the Cincinnati game, as both teams are going to be heated against each other. And the Jets-Steelers game should be one to watch. And the Patriots-Browns, if you care for a blowout or you want to see a bounce back, Tom Brady and the angry Patriots after just losing their first game of the season, that's going to be one to watch. The Redskins-Ravens should be one fun to watch also, as teams, the Ravens coming off a harsh loss. There's a lot of fun games to watch this weekend. We're going to see you guys in our next video. Stay tuned to the channel. We had fun. Good to have you here, Amir. Nice to hear your input, and nice to hear your input too, Marley. Say goodbye to the fans. We're going to close it out.